What do you do when someone you know is dealing with persistent fears and anxiety? If your concern for the person you know feels beyond your ability to help, encourage them to seek the support of a helping professional, such as a therapist or counselor. They are trained to provide the appropriate assistance. In the meantime, here are 3 suggestions you can try to help the person cope with anxiety and fears. Show care. Be understanding and patient with the person struggling with their feelings of anxiety. Dealing with persistent anxiety is challenging. Do your best to be compassionate with the person's experience. And be careful of giving advice or being critical. This can add to the worries they already have. Nothing ever stays 100% the same. When worries feel so real in the moment, it can seem as though this is how things will always be. The person you know might be feeling that their thoughts or feelings are never going to change. People are not always open to feedback, especially when they are struggling. But if it's possible, gently and carefully remind them that nothing ever stays completely the same. Not only that, no one has the ability to fully predict the future with total accuracy. In other words, it's possible that those persistent worries are not so much true, but more of a possibility of a negative thought that's been too amplified. For some people, it can be a helpful reminder that their patterns of negative thinking can change. And that with a change in thinking patterns, it can also positively impact future outcomes, as well. Change thinking patterns. While it's not easy to adopt a new way of thinking, with practice over time, it's definitely possible to change. Learn as much as possible about changing thinking patterns. There are many books, websites, videos and apps that will help with tactics and strategies on how to deal with fear and anxiety. Sharing this information with the person who is struggling might be helpful. Something you share about managing thought patterns might help them move toward change. Some suggestions for resources are listed in the comments below. Trying to help someone struggling with stress and anxiety can be challenging in its own way. You want to be there for them, but ultimately, it could be most helpful for the person you know to seek help from a professional. The most important key is to be patient and compassionate with the person you know, and to let them know that you care. In time, the person you know will hopefully find helpful resources and learn to manage their fears and anxieties more effectively. Stay tuned for more tips and info on dealing with anxiety and stress.